A naval air base in Florida is the site of a deadly shooting. Also in Florida, 4 people died during a rush hour shootout. And a local man who allegedly shot someone over a grocery store parking space has been arrested. This is 17 News at noon.
Good afternoon to you. I'm Alex Fisher. We begin with this morning's deadly shooting at the Naval Air Station, Pensacola. It happened early this morning. Authorities say a gunman opened fire, shooting 10 people in a classroom building at the base. 3 people were shot dead. The alleged gunman was also killed. The FBI says the suspect was a Saudi student. Investigators say he was an aviation officer in the Saudi Air Force. The FBI is investigating the shooting as a terrorist act.
This strikes home particularly hard for me as a retired military member. Walking through the crime scene was like being on the set of a movie.
This morning's shooting comes just 2 days after an active duty U.S. sailor killed 2 civilian employees and wounded another before killing himself at Pearl Harbor Naval Shipyard in Hawaii. Also in Florida, 4 people are dead after a frightening robbery attempt that turned into a shootout and a car chase during rush hour traffic. The tragic events played out on live TV last night with police chasing the suspects for nearly 30 miles. Now the community is in shock because 2 of the dead were innocent bystanders. NBC's Morgan Chesky has more.
The wild gun battle played out on a highway near Miami in rush hour traffic. Police chasing 2 armed men who opened fire from a stolen UPS truck.
It was pretty surreal. Yeah, it was crazy.
The frightening scene broadcast on live TV, set in motion just 30 minutes earlier, when police say the men tried to rob a jewelry store on South Florida's glitzy Miracle Mile. The owner had other plans, opening fire on the suspects who shot back, wounding 1 woman before running off.
They hijacked a UPS truck and kidnapped the driver.
What followed was a nearly 30-mile chase through northern Miami. Police cars trailing the truck as the suspects dodged traffic, swerving down sidewalks and even breaking through a neighborhood barricade. When police eventually closed in, the suspects unleashed a barrage of bullets.
There was exchange fire between law enforcement and the suspects, and unfortunately, the suspects are now deceased, but 2 additional innocent civilians were also deceased.
One of the civilians killed, UPS driver Frank Ordonez, a 27-year-old father of 2 young girls. And this morning, the family of that UPS driver killed in that shootout are now raising questions as to the response that police had when those gunshots rang out on that busy road. Police saying that they had no other option but to return fire when those suspects started to pull the trigger from inside that UPS truck. Morgan Chesky, NBC News, Coral Gables, Florida.
All right, let's take a first look at your forecast right now, and first take you outside to the intersection of Rosedale and Mohawk as the afternoon commute is well underway, and as you can see, it's looking pretty clear at that intersection. And as you can see, it is pretty sunny outside. We don't have too many clouds, high clouds, a few high clouds in the area, but things are about to change later this weekend. I'll have more coming up later in the show. But right now, it is 69 degrees in Bakersfield. Humidity is at 40%, and winds out of the south-southwest at 11 miles per hour. And here's what you can expect over the next several hours. We're going to warm things up into the 70s, and then we're going to start to cool things off into the low 60s, high 50s later tonight. In Tehachapi, you're at 48 degrees right now with 76% humidity, and the winds are out of the southeast at 18 miles per hour. And here's what you can expect over the next several hours. We're going to warm things up into about 50 degrees by the afternoon, and then cool things off into the mid to low 40s later tonight. I will have more in your pinpoint weather forecast, plus a chance of rain this weekend. That's coming up. The Eagles are looking to fly high this weekend. Bakersfield Christian High School's football team is looking to win big this weekend in the first round of state playoffs. Bakersfield Christian has won 10 games this season. They've only lost 3. Sunny Hills will be at the Eagles' Nest tomorrow night for the first round of state playoffs. If BCHS wins tomorrow night, they'll advance to the next round. And if the team continues to advance and win the state championship, it would be the first time in school history. The big game is set for tomorrow night at 6 p.m. at BCHS. Bakersfield police need help finding a teenager who hasn't been seen in 5 months. Take a good look at this picture. This is 17-year-old Isabel Cabrera. According to BPD, she was last seen on July 13th on the 8400 block of Hood Sport Avenue. That's in a neighborhood near the Northwest Promenade. She's about 5 feet 5 inches tall and was last seen wearing an Adidas hat, black yoga pants, and black Vans shoes. If you know where she is or if you've seen her, call police at 327-7111. A man who allegedly shot another man over a parking space has been arrested. You may remember shots broke out in the parking lot of Smart and Final on Mount Vernon Avenue, not too far from Highway 178. BPD says 19-year-old Isaiah Marshall was arrested yesterday on Edgewood Street in East Bakersfield. He's being charged with attempted murder. According to police, Marshall shot someone after the two got into a fight over a parking space near the store. A man accused of stealing a package from the porch of a resident in southwest Bakersfield is behind bars. The theft, which was captured on video surveillance, happened on Oxford Hills Drive, which is just east of the Kaiser Permanente Sports Complex. BPD says the porch theft was linked to an additional package theft in the neighborhood. Yesterday, police arrested 34-year-old Angel Ortiz, who was in possession of several items. Ortiz has been booked on suspicion of theft and possession of stolen property. Bakersfield police have some tips to keep your deliveries safe this holiday season. If you order online, you can sign up for delivery alerts with the retailer to know when your package was dropped off. You can also sign up for informed delivery if you're using the United States Postal Service. And ask a neighbor you trust or a friend to pick up the package if you won't be home. And if it's possible, require a signature for all deliveries. Or consider shipping packages to your workplace. A fire at a recycling plant sent thick black smoke up into the sky yesterday afternoon. The smoke could be seen for miles. Kern County Fire Department says it happened at a recycling company off Edison Highway. Employees evacuated from nearby buildings. The department says a big pile of scrap metal burned in the blaze. KCFD extinguished the fire with the help from the Bakersfield Fire Department. Well, still to come, it is a decades-old tradition that brings the Christmas spirit to Bakersfield. And when we come back, we'll have highlights of the annual parade. Welcome back. Our 17 Days of Christmas toy drive is in full swing, and we had another generous donation this morning. Take a look. Gary Gwynn from Gwynn Construction donated more than 20 bikes this morning. These bikes and other toys and gifts will go to children and teens through the Bakersfield Homeless Center and the Boys and Girls Clubs of Kern County. So we're so happy to see our lobby fill up, but we still need more, and there is plenty of time to help. That's the good news. You can drop off new unwrapped gifts at our studios here at 2120 L Street from 8 a.m. until 5 o'clock, or you can head to the Homeless Center on East Truxton Avenue or the Boys and Girls Club on Niles Street. The drive runs until the 17th. And they don't have a sleigh or reindeer, but the Highway Patrol is getting ready to bring toys to Kern County kids. And right now, CHP officers are set up asking for donations at the corner of 28th Street and Chester Avenue. That's near Adventist Health Bakersfield. You can drop off a new unwrapped toy until 6 p.m. tonight. Officers will also take donations at their office on Compagnoni Street. The drive lasts until December 16th. Well, nothing lights up a dark winter night like the sights and sounds of a festive Christmas parade. And that was the theme of the 37th annual Bakersfield Christmas Parade that took over the streets of downtown Bakersfield last night. Folks of all ages braved the cool winter breeze and gathered along the streets of downtown Bakersfield. 17 photojournalist Juan Corona has a look at last night's parade.
Mrs. Claus and I would like to wish everyone in Bakersfield a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Ho, ho, ho!
I think the most fun thing out here at the parade is getting to just see everybody out here and just having a great time. It's really heart-filling.
Merry Christmas, everybody! Love you, Mom!
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
My whole family's here. My mother, my sisters are all back here. Yes, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas!
I love all this. I've been doing it for 20 years that I've been coming to the parade, so I'm enjoying it a lot.
It was so much fun last night. Well, last night Bakersfield celebrated Christmas, but folks over in Delano are gearing up for their own Christmas parade. It's happening tonight at 6 p.m. You can line up on Main Street in downtown Delano, and Telemundo's Jose and Norma Gaspar will be the MCs for the event. You will not want to miss it. And if you want to see a list of all the parades happening this month, just head to our website, kget.com, and click on the hot link icon. The families of fallen war heroes want to remember them in a unique way, and time is running out for you to help. Operation Lights of Thanks is going on until Tuesday. They've extended the deadline, hoping more people can donate. Its purpose is to provide votive candles to remember our veterans who've passed away. Last year, donations covered 300 headstones. They're looking to break that record, aiming to fund 3,000 veterans' headstones this year.
It's a way to say, hey, we're not going to forget them, and we won't forget them because we're the best country in the world because of these people who have made the sacrifice.
Sandoval says they've reached 1,200 votive candle donations, and they hope to reach their goal by Tuesday. So stop by the Union Cemetery office to make your donation. Again, they're looking for more than half of what they already have. Now to an update on the Wreaths Across America project. The local chapter of the Civil Air Patrol says it has met its goal of laying a wreath on every headstone at the Bakersfield National Cemetery. Thanks to you. The group needs volunteers now for its December 14th event to place the wreaths on graves. You can help out by showing up to the ceremony at 9 a.m. at the National Cemetery in Arvin or register online. You can find a link on our website, kget.com. All right, let's take another look at your forecast now because we have got kind of warm temperatures out there. It is kind of cloudy out there, high clouds across the county. Remember earlier this week we really had the chilly temperatures out there, but now we're kind of clearing out before the next system arrives. So right now it is 69 degrees out in Bakersfield, 40% humidity. The winds are out of the south-southwest at 11 miles per hour. And as you can see, for the most part, we've got clear skies, just a few high clouds across the county. Out in the mountain and deserts, you've got a little bit of cloud coverage as well, but nothing too bad at this time. But things are about to change. As you can see, we've got rain showers moving into the Los Angeles area, the Southern California area, and also up north, we're seeing moisture come on through. So again, we've got a wet weekend in store for you, especially if you're traveling across the state. Right now, we're looking at temperatures at 66 degrees in Fresno. Out in Morro Bay, you're looking at 62. Up in San Francisco, 63. 59 in Sacramento. Down to the south, LA, you're looking at 68 degrees and 71 in San Diego. Again, we talked about the chance for rain this weekend, and here's the reason why. We've got this low pressure system out onto the Pacific that's going to make its way into the West Coast later this weekend, and again, we could see the chance for rain. And we've got the future forecast here. And as we put this into motion, you can see Saturday morning, we're going to see a little bit of cloud coverage in the area. And then later in the day, we're going to see that chance for rain kind of linger on throughout Saturday and into Sunday. So, and then by Monday, we're going to pretty much clear things out. And for the air quality today, you're looking at an AQI of 37. That is in the good range, and there are no restrictions on birding, but make sure to register at valleyair.org. So here's what you can expect later today. We're going to warm things up into about the high 60s for most locations across the valley floor. Wind's not a problem. Very nice outside. And in the mountain forecast, you're looking at highs in the Kern River Valley to be in the mid-50s for the most part. Down into Tehachapi, you're looking at a high of 51 degrees, windy conditions. And out in the desert, you're looking at mid-50s for the most part, and winds could gust up to 30 miles per hour. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Again, we've got the chance for rain starting tomorrow and throughout the weekend. Again, it is going to be a little bit of a rainmaker, but nothing too severe like what we saw earlier in the week. And we're also going to see that chance for showers linger into early Monday morning. Here's a look at the mountain forecast. As you can see, the snow elevation is going to be higher than the previous storm, so this is not going to produce a lot of snow across the county. And in the Kern River Valley, again, that snow level looking up between 7,000 feet, and it could go down to 6,300 feet by Sunday. So a wet weekend ahead. Well, still, the comet is supposed to make your TV experience more enjoyable, but the FBI is sounding the alarm on smart TVs. Why your TV may be spying on you.
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
Welcome back. November job numbers were just released this morning, and hiring in the U.S. jumped last month to its highest level since January. U.S. employers added 266,000 jobs. The unemployment rate declined to 3.5% from 3.6% in November, matching a half-century low. That's according to the Labor Department. And wages rose a solid 3.1% in November compared with a year earlier. Steady hiring has helped reassure consumers the economy is expanding and their jobs and incomes remain secure, which in turn has helped fuel spending. Just one more day. That's how long skiers and snowboarders have to wait until our local ski resort opens for the season. Alta Sierra will open tomorrow. Just take a look at pictures from earlier this week. The resort received 50 inches of snow in the last week and has a solid 3-foot base. The office opens at 8 a.m., lifts open at 9, and the 2 parking kitchen will also be open. A safety warning from the FBI getting a lot of attention. The device in question might be in your house right now, watching and listening to you. Brennan explains what it is and the 3 steps to protect yourself.
It can happen to anybody. It doesn't discriminate.
Smart TV owners beware. The FBI saying those televisions might be spying on you.
When I was a kid, a TV was a black and white device.
And as an adult, Terrell France keeps a close eye on the latest technology advancements. He heads up the cybersecurity program at Harrisburg University. He compares smart TVs to your smartphone. Today's TVs connect to the internet. They're equipped with cameras, microphones, and in some cases, facial recognition technology.
How easy is it for somebody to hack into a smart TV, for example?
Well, presently it's fairly easy.
The FBI says smart TVs are often poorly secured by their manufacturers compared to computers or smartphones. Experts say cyber criminals can hack in, changing channels, play with the volume, and in a worst-case scenario, watch and listen to you.
How to hack into a smart television is kind of out there in the wild now. It's no longer 1 or 2 people know how to do it. It's been broadcast out to the hacker community.
For everything a hacker can do, they're 10 steps ahead of anything that security's going to do.
France offers 3 tips to keep your identity and personal information safe. First off, know the features and capabilities of your TV. Update software on a regular basis. And finally, cover the camera if your TV has one.
It's changing our world, for sure. Everyone's world.
I'm Brendan Kinney.
All right, well, still to come, it's a man's dying wish, and you can help make it happen. How a simple Christmas letter could make his holiday a little brighter. Welcome back. Many of us make a list of things we want for Christmas, but one man in Wisconsin wants something very simple, something every single one of us can give him. Jamie Perez shares why this Christmas will be his most important one yet.
In the Whitenhiller house.
Christmas is probably one of the most important holidays that we celebrate during each year.
Gene Whitenhiller is ready to spend another Christmas with his wife.
40 years this coming Valentine's Day.
Gene has been fortunate to get many gifts in his near 72 years of life, except this year, he's cherishing the gift of time.
The incision was healing okay on the inside, but unfortunately it also showed a tumor growing on my pancreas. I have stage 4 inoperable cancer. Immediately began chemotherapy. The first one just knocked me on my rear end. It fortunately showed that it has not caused any shrinkage at all, and in fact some of the lesions on my liver where it's growing have increased in size.
It's been devastating. Mostly because we just retired. We're just enjoying being close to our kids now and our grandchildren.
Gene started chemo in mid-August. He lost 50 pounds.
It was a horrible experience.
He stopped chemo 3 weeks ago, deciding to let nature take its course.
My youngest granddaughter, who's 3 years old, doesn't just grasp that Grandpa W is sick. And he's not able to get on the floor and roll around with me anymore. And that's very difficult for me to accept.
Gene's doctor says he has months left to live.
We are each other's best friends. We're travel buddies. We do everything together, and that's why I'm going to miss him so much when he's gone.
I knew how hard that was, and I knew that he wasn't giving up. He was making the best choice for how he wanted to feel.
His son Ross has gone above and beyond since he found out about his dad's diagnosis. He contacted the Packers, who sent Gene a football signed by the entire team and the coaching staff. Alex Trebek, who signed a photo and wrote him a handwritten letter of support. And now, for one final gift from everyone else, he's asking for as many Christmas cards as possible to make Gene's final days merry and bright.
I've been a firefighter for 13 years. I've been with Sauk City for 5. I was an EMT for 6 years with Dane County District 1. And one thing I learned from all that is sometimes you help out a complete stranger just because they asked.
Even from complete strangers, your love is the best gift he could ask for to make his last Christmas the most memorable one yet.
It's just an overwhelming outpouring of love and support from people that I've never met, probably never will, but who care?
And if you would like to send a Christmas card, you can write down that address that is on your screen. Again, that is 410 20th Street, Prairie du Sac, Wisconsin. Well, still to come, we're going to introduce you to our Pet of the Week. Welcome back. Chuck Nordstrom is in with our Pet of the Week. Good afternoon, Chuck.
Glad to be here.
You brought in a couple of cuties.
2. There's actually 6 in the litter.
Oh, my.
So this is 2 of 6. They're little Beagle Border Collie mixes, and they're available for adoption tomorrow morning at 9:30. All 6 of them. They've already been altered, so they'll go home with you when you do the adoption in the morning.
Okay, can I just recommend a maybe early Christmas present for some? These puppies are so cute. I have to say, I mean, look at this. This is going to just warm your heart right here. I mean, they are super cuddly. And I think that one may be falling asleep. Yeah. But you said that there's 6 of them in the litter, right?
Yeah, and they're just all look about the same, just different brown, beige, whatever.
323-8353 is the number you need to call. They're ready for adoption starting tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm sure these guys are going to go real fast. So thanks so much for joining us for 17 News at noon. We'll see you back here for 17 News at 5. Have a great weekend, everyone.
17 News, your local news leader, continues 24 hours a day on KGET.com and our 17 News app. In the spirit of the Golden Empire, 17 News.